is that there is what's not being spoken about. Well, it's definitely being spoken about on my podcast is the growing alphabet mafia, and how they are now adding letters that really just imply sexual.
Ever seen a Hollywood star go a bit over the top? Drew Barrymore may have just set a new standard. She's been kneeling and holding hands with her guests, turning interviews into something that feels more like a quirky prayer circle.
It's a bunch of white people and a woman in a monkey mask taking a swing at his security and throwing eggs at Larry Elder. Classy.
Yeah, I've seen this, and it's absolutely infuriating. I know Larry Elder, he's a friend, he's a...
Drew Barrymore's latest antics are being called out for exactly what they are, a desperate grab for relevance. It's like watching a slow-motion car crash. You can't look away, but you almost wish you could. Candace Owens isn't pulling punches, and she's taking aim squarely at what she sees as Drew's fake, performative wokeness. And let's be honest, she's not wrong. It's wild to think that Drew Barrymore was once America's sweetheart. Remember E.T.? Charlie's Angels? She used to light up the screen. Now? She's become the queen of cringe, like that eccentric aunt who floods Facebook with self-help quotes and live, laugh, love memes. Her talk show ratings have been circling the drain, and instead of trying to make it genuinely engaging, she's leaning hard into virtue signaling. Her strategy? Go full woke. Case in point. That now infamous moment where she literally got on her knees in front of a trans activist on her show. No, that wasn't a Saturday Night Live skit, it actually happened. The second-hand embarrassment was brutal. Owens called it weird and not how women act, and whether you agree with her or not, it sparked a real conversation. When did talk shows turn into awkward displays of pseudo-religious devotion? At this point, Drew seems to be gunning for gold in the woke Olympics, except no one else is playing.
You'd find this stuff online. Your employer, you couldn't get hired. This guy got right.
Oh, this guy.
That used to be that used.
In the classroom, he's having this guy spank him. Check this out.
This is the Burbank?
This is the Burbank mayor.
The music might be...
That's the Burbank.
What?
She's pushing the cringe meter to its limits. What's next? Opening every episode with a land acknowledgement? Requiring guests to walk across hot coals to prove their social justice credentials? The only thing certain is that it's going to get weirder before it gets better, if it ever does.
Correct. It is, the policies are harmful also to the people that they purport to help. And we have all of the evidence there to look at. When you artificially place a Black American into a school in which they do not belong based on their knowledge, doesn't mean that they go on to get aid.
She went straight for the jugular, accusing Drew of being desperate for approval and calling her actions downright humiliating. It was like watching a professional boxer take on someone who's only ever played Street Fighter. Drew's playing checkers while Candace is playing 4D chess. And the cringe fest isn't over. Drew's woke...
Take your hands off me! Touch me again! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Touch me again!
But she's immediately saying something worse. Forget the actions women can take. Are women even allowed to exist anymore? This is what her side represents. It is so radical to not even be able to formulate the word woman because you feel too scared because you need to accommodate all of these various genders.
Seems like it's just getting warmed up. At this rate, it wouldn't be shocking if she had a spinning wheel in her dressing room labeled with random social justice buzzwords. Today's topic, the gender binary in pancake form. Sounds absurd. But would you really be surprised? The truth is, Drew is just a symptom of a much bigger issue. Hollywood isn't about storytelling anymore. It's about signaling, control, and image. Candace Owens may have just pulled back the curtain on the whole operation, and what's behind it isn't pretty. Would you like this styled more like an op-ed, satire piece, or social media post? I can tailor...
That there is what's not being spoken about. Well, it's definitely being spoken about on my podcast is the growing alphabet mafia, and how they are now adding letters that really just imply sexual.
Here's a mayor in Burbank. He's an Armenian mayor. Okay, this guy.
Proud, love is love.
I mean,
she's a strong warrior.
And he's like, what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with some of the craziest tweets came out about this guy, which is absolutely wild when you see the
sharpened and structured rewrite that keeps your tone but polishes the delivery. Think Drew Barrymore's the only one playing the woke game? Think again. Hollywood's in deep, and it's not about making good movies anymore. It's like the entire industry drank the same Kool-Aid, and now they're all scrambling to outwoke each other in some bizarre race no one asked for. But here's the kicker. The more they double down on this performative nonsense, the more viewers they lose. It's a self-inflicted free fall, and they're speeding toward rock bottom like it's a competition. Remember when the Oscars used to be a big deal? Now it feels like watching paint dry.